Good morning, everybody, or maybe it's good afternoon or good evening, depending on what time you're watching my video and where you are. For me, this happens to be morning. Today, I'm going to do my pressure cooker pulled pork. It's just a quick and easy way of doing it. I prefer it on my smoker, but I don't have my smoker set up yet. It's going to be hard to use in my current living situation because I have to get it 10 feet away from the building in order to be able to use it because of the fire codes. And there's only one spot where I can do that, and it's nice and level. And I have to drag it through the backyard, or actually the side yard and then the backyard, in order to be able to do that. It's a lot of hassle, but right now the ground is wet and soggy, and if I did it I would tear up the yard, and that wouldn't be good either. So what I've learned to do is to do this in the pressure cooker. I've normally used my Ninja Foodie for that, which I bought last Prime Day, but I recently acquired through the Amazon Vines program an Instant Pot 8-quart multi-cooker. So I'm going to use that today as part of testing it out. I've already used it a couple of times, and I wrote my review on Amazon. That's already posted if you go look for reviews by Walter. Let's start by removing the top, which comes off pretty easily, but this is one of the disadvantages of the Instant Pot. On my Ninja Foodie, this just folds over. It stays attached, and I don't have to worry about what am I going to do with it while I'm using the other lid. And it's just kind of a hassle. I really don't like that. But I do have the other pressure cooker lid. Now it's time to kind of unbox it just a little bit. And pull out the actual pot. This one is stainless steel. The Ninja Foodie has a non-stick coating. This one does not. That's another disadvantage here, but only if you look at it that way. You also don't have to worry about scratching the stainless steel. If it scratches, well, then it scratches. And it's not going to cause food to stick to it. And so you can use metal utensils if you want to. I bought all silicone utensils to use with my Ninja. I have metal ones that I could use with this if I wanted to. The Ninja, the disadvantage is I had to go out and buy all new silicone utensils and take care so that I don't scratch up the inside. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add some pork stock. This is what was left over from my last batch of pulled pork. It's got a lot of flavor in it, and I don't see any reason why it can't be used as the liquid for this batch of pulled pork. Now we'll take my pork butts. I've got 2 of them, and they are just over 8 pounds each. So we're going to have close to 8.5 pounds, but it's not quite going to be there. They're in these vacuum bags, which is really nice. But they do have a lot of liquid in them, and I like to drain that liquid off. Okay, so that one was drained off, but I think today I'll just cook one here, and I will cook one in the Ninja Foodie, and we will compare how they work and how they go. One of the things that I like about this, more so than the Ninja Foodie, is that it actually has a little switch back here that you can turn to pressure cook or to release the pressure. With the Ninja Foodie, it's just kind of a little tab and a little knob, and it sprays out of there. You can easily burn yourself if you're not careful. But with this, you can approach it from the side and you don't have to worry about steam burns. One of the other nice features about this is that it has all the functions listed down the sides, and you just press the button for the one that you want. It comes on, it's already on high, so it's already set to the setting where I want. And now all I need to do is to turn the dial and set it for 2 hours. Keep warm is on so that it stays warm after that 2 hours is up. I press that button, and guess what? It's going already. It's a whole lot easier to operate this compared to the Ninja Foodie. I really like that about this particular machine. Okay, so that is heating up. You can see it says on. Maybe you can see it that it says on. It will start giving me the time once the pressure has built up in the machine. All right, now let's get the Ninja Foodie. Okay, as you can see, the pot for the Ninja Foodie is a little bit different. They're both the same size. They are both 8 quarts. But this one is non-stick, so you have to be a little more careful with it than you might otherwise be. Okay, there we go. Again, that's just my spice blend, but this time I'm going to use coffee as the base liquid for this because I don't have any more of the pork stock. So that's in there now. All I have to do is take it back over to the Ninja Foodie, but to show you what I'm doing, I'm also going to have to move the camera. All right, so hopefully you can see now the Ninja Foodie. You can see that the lid for roasting and baking stays attached. It's easy to work with, and I bought this little attachment that I can hang the pressure cooker lid on when I'm not using it. It makes it a whole lot more convenient. That goes on just like that. And then we want to turn this, and here's what I'm talking about. The steam releases right out of the top of here. So when you turn this, you have to really be careful about where your hand is because the steam will come straight up out of the top and can burn you. So I like the steam release valve on the Instant Pot a lot better. Okay, I have zoomed in here a little better so that you can see this. You can see that the machine is on, but it's on air crisp, and to change that I have to turn this dial and I have to watch this light to see what lights up. Now, once I get it to pressure cook, that's good, but it was a whole lot easier just to push the button on the Instant Pot. This also starts out on high, which is where I want it. But I have to press the time button here in order to get time. If I wanted to change the temperature, I would have to press this button over here, and then I have to turn the dial to where I want it to go. Okay, now I can press start the dial here, and it will start. One of the problems, though, is it has this on-off button. If I press this, thinking that will start it cooking, that simply shuts the machine off. And then you have to start the programming all over again. But it's on, it's preheating. We'll see how this one does and how this piece of pork comes out. Okay, we're back, and I put these back in for another 30 minutes. They pressure under the pressure cooking setting. but they also were under the keep warm settings on each for about another 40 minutes. And as you can see here, hopefully, this is coming apart very nicely, very easily. It's shredding up really good. So it's actually done. Let's try the one from the Ninja Foodie. The other one was the Instant Pot. I would say that, wow, the Ninja Foodie one is even more done. It's coming apart a lot more simply and a lot more easily. In fact, right here I've just got a big piece of bone. I don't have anything to set that in, so let me get a plate. The meat, it just fell right off that bone. So, as I said a little bit ago, this is a non-stick pan. These are metal utensils, sharp, pointy ones. I'm being very gentle here, so that's coming apart quite easily. This one isn't pulling apart quite as well, but it is almost there, and I can feel that bone in here. Let's see. Yeah, meat just sort of fell off the bone here. So I'd have to say that they are pretty similar here. The Ninja Foodie might have cooked a little further in that same amount of time than the Instant Pot. It's a little more tender, a little easier to pull it apart, but not by that much. I will strain these out later and shred them. I'll put them into bags. One of them will go into my refrigerator and I'll be eating it over the next week or so. The other one will go into the freezer. Okay, so there you have it. The comparison between the Ninja Foodie and the Instant Pot. It's basically just a matter of preference. Which features do you want and would you rather work for? Which headaches do you want to avoid? Because each one has some advantages over the other and disadvantages compared to the other. The final products are pretty much identical. I don't have a problem with the way either of these two machines cooked. As you could see, it was basically just my error in estimating how much time it would take to pressure cook these. I normally do more than this at a single time and it takes longer. So I cut back the amount of meat, so I cut down the amount of time. I cut it back a little too far. I should have left about another 30 minutes there. Both of them cooked in approximately the same amount of time, at the same settings, the same temperatures, and I got a very similar result, with maybe the Ninja Foodie being a little softer, a little more tender, a little easier to pull apart, but not by much. Alright, if you like these kinds of videos, let me know. Leave some comment. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button. It all helps. Thanks for watching, and y'all come back now. You hear?